lovelies, how are we doing? So, as we prep our kids to return back to school for the new academic session, or even for kids that are starting for the very first time, right? There are certain things that we worry about as parents and as moms. Things like, will our kids do great in school activities? Will they eat their lunches? How would they relate with their schoolmates and teachers? And most importantly, will they be bullied in school or will they bully others? I want to share a short story with you. So I came across a video some time ago of this toddler mom that was complaining that her kid had always been bullied in school by somebody, maybe some students or just one particular person. It wasn't stated. But the main point of the video is the fact that she was making the video because she had gotten a call from the school that her daughter had hit somebody. I'm pretty sure it was really hard. Like, she must have beat up that child for the school to have called the mom. And so she was making a video telling her child she was so proud, like, high five, you did so good, you did great, encouraging the child that next time when you are hit or when someone inflicts bodily injury on you, hit back, slap that person, give the person a dirty slap. She kept emphasizing on that. And I was just taken aback, but I did not want to be one of those Nigerians that will be quick to judge. So I wanted to get the whole story, the full gist, right? So I kept watching. So yes, this mom was happy for the very first time that her child actually fought back. I mean, she has had to endure, her child coming back home from school and then she will see injuries on the child's body, her face, and she got worried and fed up. So this one time she got this call. And so she was like, oh, it's another thing again. Oh, someone has beat up her child. But it was a different case. Her child had actually stood up for herself for the very first time. So in this video, the mom was encouraging her baby, telling her next time when someone hits you, hit the person back, slap the person. And I ran to the comments. And of course, trust Nigerians to always say and judge that, this mom, what kind of mom is this? Why would you be encouraging your child to be a bully? You're encouraging your child to be violent. All sorts of things blasting her and all that. But they did not understand the clear picture that this woman has been enduring, this mom has been enduring for the longest time. There's no mom, no parent in the world that will be happy to see injuries on their child. Imagine sending your child to school looking all good, okay, perfectly normal, and then the child comes back with injuries, stained uniform. Come on now. Trust me, I would go berserk. So I can understand and relate to how that woman was feeling, in that moment. So she was a proud mom. She was a proud mom in that moment. But some people will see it as encouraging bullying. But they didn't understand the pain of this mother having to see injuries like that on the child. And even from the video, when I watched it, I could see the visible marks on that child's body. And so the mom was praising her child, telling her, you did so well. High five, thumbs up. Next time, if that child hits you again or if your classmate hits you, fight back. Give the child a dirty slap. The mom kept encouraging the child to do that. But some people will see it as encouraging bullying. And this is a disclaimer, guys. I'm not encouraging violence or bullying in any form. I guess maybe the mom just expressed herself the way she wanted to, because of the frustration. See, these toddlers, they can't stand up for themselves sometimes. We need to understand that these are still growing babies. The fact that we call it a cute name, they are toddlers, they are growing babies, 2 years, 3 years. Okay? So as parents, what can we do? We must encourage our kids to speak up, especially if they're able to talk and understand and comprehend, right? A little bit. We must communicate with them and let them know if you're being bullied or if someone is not being nice to you in school, make sure you talk to your teachers. And you can always tell mommy and daddy. We must make sure that we create that trust with our kids. So it's important that we always communicate with them, let them know they can trust us as parents. They can talk to us if anything is amiss. And as a parent, as a mom, make it a point of duty when you send your kids to school and they come back. Always when you put their uniforms, check their body. Check for injuries or any bodily harm or anything. Because you see, schools need to be held accountable. Now just imagine this whole this story now. The mom had endured so much. Her kid was bullied time and time again. She had injuries and she had it up to here. So the one time her kid stood up for herself, it became a problem. The school had to call her down like, oh, your kid beat up somebody else. But they didn't check the records that her kid had already been bullied for the longest time, always had injuries and marks on her body. Can you see that? Well, that's such an unfair situation. So we must ensure that we check our kids. So very important. So I don't know about you, but I will be checking my kid every time she gets back from school to make sure that she's okay, she's not being bullied, right? No parent wants to send their kids to school looking good, no marks, no injury, and they come back and they have injuries. Trust me, I would go berserk as a mom. I don't know about you. In cases of bullying, I personally feel like the parents of such a bully should be held accountable, and in schools as well, because these are things that they should checkmate to make sure that all pupils are okay. There's no such thing as bullying and all of that, especially when it involves toddlers. It's very, very important, because this thing can actually traumatize these kids. You will see situations where a kid that has had to endure bullying for the longest time, when it's time to go to school, they will start to cry and not want to go to school. The environment becomes very toxic for them. It's issues like this that makes them start to feel very uncomfortable and just cry over going to school. And over time, you notice that such children, they will start to do very badly in school when it comes to the academics. So please, we must do better. And as parents, like I said, it's very, very important to checkmate these things. Make sure we are not raising abusive or violent kids, because it's not a good thing, even as parents, to hear that your kid bullies somebody else or beats up somebody else. Like, trust me, it is not good at all to hear. So not to think of a parent that hears that, your kid is being bullied. It's heartbreaking to understand that, you send your kid to school to learn and they come back with injuries. So like I said, I do not support the fact that, a parent should encourage, or a mom should encourage their kids to hit back, to be violent, right? But to be very honest, we must tell our kids how to stand up for themselves. Yes, no bullying, no to violence, but our kids, we must let them know that they can stand up for themselves. It's okay to stand up for themselves, and it's okay to tell their teachers and their parents if they are being bullied or abused in school. This is very, very important. So one last thing before I round up this video. Let us make it a habit as moms, as parents, not just moms now, as parents, to pray for our kids before they go to school. Lay your hands on them and speak words over their life. This is very important. I shouldn't be the one to tell you guys the kind of scary world we live in these days, right? There's a lot out there. We always pray and hope that our kids will come back in one piece. We pray and hope, but then we must be intentional about it, making sure that we speak words over their life, lay our hands and pray and anoint them every time they go to school. Very, very important, guys. And remember to like my video, give it a thumbs up, and share and subscribe to my channel, and see you in my next video. Bye. It's SA Talks.